Welcome to another episode of The Regents as we go to Githongori at the home of one of our retired ministers, Reverend Joshua Gitiha. And in a discussion with him, we get to learn a lot of things. One pertaining to ministry as a tent maker and ministry in transitioning from tent making to full-time. And as we go to his home, let us also get to understand that Reverend Gitiha recently lost his wife last year, and he's still recovering from that process. So welcome as we listen to the conversation with him. God bless you. Welcome to the program, Reverend Gitiha.
Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself to the viewers? Let us know who you are, where you were born and raised, and your full names again.
My names are that you have. Reverend Joshua Gitiha. I was born here.
Okay.
In Githongori. Not very far away from here. My birthplace is just near here.
Okay.
I went to school in one of primary schools here.
Yes.
Opposites. Called Gitiha.
Okay.
But then I didn't stay long. My story cannot dwell here. I belong to the Rift Valley.
Wow.
Because I moved from here, went to Eburu. Eburu is in Naivasha. Then from there, I went to Delamere Estate.
Okay.
Elementator. That's where my life started. My ministry comes later. When I went there, I was a teacher.
Okay.
I had 4 classes in one room. And some people managed to wonder how come I can teach 4 classes at a go. But all the same, I said there, let me say this. I was visited by a Nakuru education officer, A.H. Phillips. He was a friend of Robert Matano. Matano was his deputy. They are on the way of closing schools because they belonged to independent. But my school was not that way. It belongs to Delamere himself. It was in his farm, and the children belonged to the people who worked
In the Delamere farm.
Delamere farm. So I stayed with them. I was taken as a senior officer there to translate to these people the language of Kiswahili. When the radio opens, I can talk to them. But I was not allowed to teach because the schools were closed with the signs that if this belongs to Kisa, Kikuyu Independent Schools, it is closed. If it's not, if it belongs to the farmer, then the children of the farmer are safe. They can remain here, but there will be no classes in the school. Your work will be to teach PE, physical education, and choruses. And Lady Delamere, I was very happy about that, especially at 10 o'clock, time for tea.
Yeah.
She could come with her tea. I could teach. She was very happy to see kids jumping here and there. Now from there, my journey starts. It was in the height of Mau Mau. And anybody who was suspected to be a member of Mau Mau was in danger. But even then, when Matano and Phillips came to see me, The question was, would you like to go to Kijabi to train as a teacher, as a P4 teacher? I told him frankly, I would like to go and teach and train as a P3. That was my wish. They laughed. But Philip was very strict. He wrote the principal of Kijabi. The letter came, invitation. I was to go to the office, that's in Nakuru. I was given a concession fare. You understand that? A fare that is not returnable.
Yes.
Once you have gone,
You have gone. You're coming back.
So I was told to go to the office at 9 or slightly earlier. But my place was given to another gentleman who had run away from Nyandarua. He was hiding himself because the Mau Mau were looking for him to kill. He and his wife and a child. They came. We talked a little. I told him, here, be quiet. Tread quietly with these people. They are all Mau Mau if you don't know. I disclosed to him. But you be sensible. Don't talk much. I left Dalamere Estate at 4 a.m. with a lorry that takes milk to Nakuru, meaning that I'm hiding myself for my safety. Because these people do not want to see me in connection with other people. On arrival in Nakuru, I got a ticket from the DO's office. I got in the vehicle and in the train. I went straight to I came straight to Kijabi. That is my life, the beginning of my life.
Yes.
I stayed in Kijabi for 2 years to train as a P4. Why? Why? Because I didn't have any paper of any kind. Because when we were moving from here, my parents made a mistake. They collected all the garbage, put together, my certificates included, they were all burnt. So, so I had without anything.
Yes.
Now, in Kijabi, we were interviewed. I don't know whether I knew Jacob Jogona.
Yeah, Mogo.
Mogo.
Yeah, the rate, yes.
You know,
Yeah.
my classmate.
Reverend Jacob Mugo was here.
Yes.
Okay.
We were together there.
Okay.
At
the teacher training school.
teacher training,
Okay.
Kijabi. We stayed. We had Kenal John Togoto and a few other people that you cannot call. They came from this side.
Okay.
Now, we stayed for 2 years. After graduating, my certificate here, it's called P4. But that was not the end, because I ended becoming an S1
Wow. Okay.
through study at night. I became a S1.
Wow.
I was given my special certificate. I did a lot of Kiswahili. I did my level from London, and I was very happy about that.
Okay.
Now, after finishing Kijabi, after inspection, we were dispatched. That's the time I went to Rongai.
Rongai in Nakuru.
Rongai in Nakuru.
Okay.
My life in Nakuru starts with Rongai. I found Luhya people.
Yes.
That's where I started learning Kiluhya, the children, the Kijaluo, and I learned hard. There were Luhya, Kikuyu, and Kamba in a big camp. And that's where I got married,
Okay.
there, Rongai. Because my grandfather, my father, Just one more
Yes.
was a Nyapara there.
No.
So I married his daughter.
His daughter. And he was one of our church elders. You know?
Yes.
Yes.
I stayed. We had a daughter.
Uh-huh.
Then from there, I stayed for 6 years
Okay. In Rongai.
in Rongai.
Mm.
And I was the teacher, I was the carpenter, I was the preacher, I was a jack of all trades
Okay.
because nobody else. But the farmer was very kind to me.
Mm.
He would give me a truck
Mm.
to go to Meshinda.
Okay.
You know Meshinda?
That's in Elbama.
DB school.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That time,
Mm-hmm.
Macharia was the principal.
Mm.
And Meshinda was famous.
Yes.
It was the only school in Kenya
Mm.
that was visited by the governor,
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kenya governor,
Mm.
because they knew how to beat the drum,
Mm.
how to blow the trumpet,
Mm.
and such other things.
Mm.
And Macharia was a good disciplinarian.
Mm.
He would close the school, leave the head boy
Mm.
with a whistle.
Mm.
Every turn of the lesson,
Mm.
the head boy would go to the signpost
Mm.
and blow the whistle once.
Mm.
All the classes change.
Mm.
That day,
Mm.
all the teachers are given permission to go to Nakuru
Mm.
for their salaries.
Mm.
And nothing bad will happen in Meshinda.
Mm.
Meshinda was another.
He was a disciplinarian, yeah?
Yes.
Wow, okay. So now, you were in Rongai for 6 years. After Rongai, did you come back to Githongori?
Yes, you are right.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a longer journey.
Yes.
When I came back here,
Mm.
I came after we got independence.
Yes.
1963.
63.
When we got our independence,
Yes.
that's the time I came here.
Okay, 1963.
I came here.
Mm.
I got involved with parents,
Mm.
and this is where I started teaching
Mm-hmm.
in primary schools
Yes.
and secondary school even. Then I was seconded.
Mm.
That's your interest.
Yes.
I was seconded
Mm.
by the parish minister
Mm.
who belonged here.
Mm.
He was, say, my father,
Mm.
because Reverend Gekanga
Mm.
was called bishop.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, those years.
I mean, bishop. He was very tough. He and his congregation
Yes.
said, this man must go to training.
Mm.
That is,
Yeah. Logoto.
Otto
Yes.
must go there,
Uh-huh.
study for the time that is needed,
Mm.
and come back to serve here.
Yes.
We need him.
Yeah.
I went there.
But let's make this clear. When you went to study, you went for tent making, or full time.
I went for tent making.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But after,
Mm.
I was revisited.
Mm.
I went to
Zabezi.
Zambezi.
Yes.
When it opened,
Mm.
the tent makers were no longer going to St. Paul.
Mm.
They would go there.
Yes.
I started partly from St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went there
Mm-hmm.
for a time.
Mm.
But I was liked by these people,
Mm.
especially Kemani Wachege.
Yes. Yes.
Was very good with me.
Mm-hmm.
He brought me up.
Mm-hmm.
I started my career as a pastor from there.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back,
Mm.
I would go to schools,
Yes.
preaching,
Yes.
teaching,
Mm.
free of charge.
Mm. Mm.
And I was very keen.
Mm.
What shall I say?
Mm.
I started
Mm.
vigorously
Mm.
to study at night.
Okay.
Night is good.
Mm.
I studied
Mm.
even in the forest,
Mm.
going with my books the whole day,
Mm.
come later in the day,
Mm.
hungry,
Mm.
because I want to qualify. Well, shall I say, I made my A-level. I qualified, my certificates are here. But the thing is that I was very much liked here by the
community.
By the community, because my father belonged here. And Gekanga was my uncle.
Okay.
Gekanga, we were with him in Kijabi. When I was there, starting for P4, he was a secondary school teacher, Kijabi.
Okay.
He had been sent from Logoto because teachers were scarce. And he was happy about that. So when I found him here, and we were with him there, he felt very happy. He said, "This is home. You study as hard as possible." So I started. Perhaps the best thing is for me to go back to Nakuru, where your interest lies. Because in Nakuru, I was elected moderator of
the presbytery.
Where?
In Nakuru.
In Nakuru. After toiling, I landed in Nakuru family. And I continued.
Yes.
That's the time we met. And life was not easy. It was not easy.
I know.
Me, I could not feel it because I was a fresher, a beginner. And I'm surrounded by many people who know me. My father-in-law, my aunt, my whatever. I was all right. But life turned out to be bitter in later years, when things fell apart. When things fall apart, that's Unwadiong. But even then, I did not give up. I kept on in this area. I was known. I could traverse from where to where. This is called Gilongoli. But mind you, free of charge. No salary, no allowance, no nothing. I was liked by people. I was liked by elders. I was liked by ministers. Because when they need somebody to come and help, here he is.
Yes. And that is one of the stories that we would be interested to know.
Yeah.
You were in full-time teaching, but as a tent maker, you were giving voluntary services to the church.
Yes.
How did you find life as a tent maker?
It is difficult for me to say that I found life difficult. Because I was willing to serve.
Yes.
And here is the service. The people introduced me to serve are here. The ministers, the elders, and especially, you know how taxation is strong. You know. Taxation is no joke.
Yes.
When session says, we say this, it's just like what the presbytery says. When the presbytery passes, by minute, that we have said this and this, well, there is no argument. So I enjoyed working as a tent maker, a teacher, a full teacher. But remember, I'm not paid.
Yes, I know in the ministry.
The difference,
you were giving
is that I was not paying anything. But I was fully aware that I'm ready to serve. That everybody else knew that I am ready to serve. So when job comes, when the bell rings, I will run there to answer the master. I enjoy it.
Okay. Now, did you retire from teaching so that you can go into full-time ministry?
No.
Okay. You left teaching before?
I left
you
teaching
retired.
before.
Yes. Mhm.
I left teaching before.
So what made you move from tent making to full-time?
It is the attraction of the church.
Good. Mhm.
Because they were willing.
Uh-huh.
And they saw that I was readily available
Yes.
when I'm not involved in other things.
Mm.
I also felt that it's a gratitude.
Yes.
That's how it came.
Yes.
That willing seller, willing buyer.
Yes. No, I understand. Now let's come to to the story of you mentioned something. You said something when things fell apart. The viewers may not understand what they mean. I know the story.
You know what I mean.
But the viewers would like to know.
Yeah.
But I know it's when you came to Nakuru and you were elected the moderator of the presbytery, there was crisis in Dr. Anna. And so your first assignment as the moderator of the presbytery was to deal with a crisis. Can you share that part?
I can remember very well. When I came to Nakuru
Yes.
and was elected
Yes, moderator.
to full minister,
Yes.
not only minister, you remember Rukenya?
Yes.
Rukenya,
The then Secretary General.
the Secretary General.
Yes.
He was very much behind Nakuru.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He was willing to fight
Mm-hmm.
for me
Yes.
so that I be elected moderator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes, he convened the presbytery that elected
yeah,
him. I remember very
he
well.
convinced
It was
the
a crack.
president that this is the man.
Yes.
So when he says he's the man,
Yes.
you become the man.
Yes.
And I also felt very happy.
Mm.
I stayed with Rukenya.
Mm.
Who is this? I am now talking about the head office.
Yes.
Because in Nakuru, I was told, I was jumped from here to the other. I went to Nakuru. I mean, Elbagon.
Yes. Oh, by the time you went to Elbagon, had Dr. Ada crisis been resolved?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
that had been resolved by Kenyajui and Jesse Kamau.
Yes, they were in the office that time.
But I'll tell you, they had a very difficult time
Mm-hmm.
with people there.
Yes.
But I was able to control.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yes.
Because I had their favor.
Yes.
I don't know.
Mm.
Don't shout at the moderator, at the deputy.
Mm-hmm.
Let them talk. Let us show us the way, and until we get the answer. They kept quiet. If I said no, they are
Yes. So let's now continue with the journey of ministry. So after Nakuru, we went to Elbagon. At
Yes.
what point did you retire?
I think I went farther than Elbagon.
Mm-hmm.
Because stationed at Elbagon, it meant to work.
Yes.
Because I had Moro, Joro, Mau Summit,
Yes.
and if I could penetrate to Kisi people,
Yes, the Kericho.
I went Kericho, I went to Nyamira, and I established PCA headquarters at Nyamira. It is called St. Matthew's.
Yes.
And the whole business came to Kericho, spent the night, so that the following morning they would come to Nyamira to inaugurate the headquarters. So Gitiha was there with his committee. And all the senior ministers were there. When they finished, they came back, I remained, I continued. I decided to go to Kuria place, Kisi. I was given 8 acres. But I never did anything. I was just nearing the end of going home. But that is exactly what happened. Yes.
So In which parish were you when you came to retirement?
When I was due
Mm.
to retirement,
Mm.
my station
Mm.
was Mount Summit.
Oh, Mount Summit.
My Summit.
Oh, okay.
That was my station.
Okay.
I would travel from there,
Mm-hmm.
come and see
Mm.
Garaju,
Mm-hmm.
see Okanya,
Mm-hmm.
see whoever,
Mm.
and go back.
Mm.
And I felt happy.
Mm.
Then that area,
Mm.
I think I built 4 churches
Yes.
there.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the journey into retirement. You said you retired when you're in Mount Summit.
Mm.
Did you ever request that you, when you came close to your retirement, that you be brought back to Githunguri?
No,
You never did?
no.
But then, after you retired in that is Elbagon Presbytery, you transferred your membership. When did you transfer your membership to Githunguri Presbytery? That time or thereafter?
It is when Githunguri was split into 2
Okay.
by Dr. Who.
Gidi?
Not
Oh, Wanjao.
Wanjau.
Oh, okay.
He came.
Uh-huh.
He came here.
Mm-hmm.
Githunguri was 1.
Mm.
It was cut into 2.
Okay.
And that was terrible.
Mm.
To have 2
Mm.
in 1.
Mm.
That is the time Wajau would think of me going to what do you call it? To Mombasa.
Mm.
I told him no.
Mm.
I will not go to Mombasa.
Mm.
I am now 8.
Mm.
I would rather stay at home
Mm.
or do something else to do,
Mm.
but I won't go there.
Mm.
He said, no,
Mm.
we cannot lose you.
Mm.
You have to go to Mombasa with your wife.
Mm.
I told him, no,
Mm.
those are dreams.
Mm.
We are not interested in anything.
Mm.
We shall remain at home.
Mm.
God willing,
Mm.
we can find some other ways.
Mm.
And that is the way it came that I go to America.
No, okay. Now, so when you retired in Mount Summit, you already had a home.
I had a home.
Okay. And then what, since retirement, when you came here,
I continued
you continued with
with the ministry.
the ministry as a retired minister?
Yes, as a retired minister.
Okay. What were you doing when you were strong, not like now that...
Well, actually,
other economic
I would go wherever I was posted.
Mm.
No salary, no nothing.
Mm. Were you involved in farming?
I was involved in farming.
Yes.
I had a farm, this one.
Okay. So this is...
I was not a poor man.
Okay.
The minister
Mm.
was not keen to follow after what you are doing in your farm, provided that you don't have any fight with the parents, with the taxation.
Yes.
If you are normal with the taxation, your life is quite all right.
So even as you were in the parish, you also continued farming?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's very important because it tells us more about the preparation for retirement.
Yes.
Now, Reverend Gitiha, I know Sandre recently you lost your wife Bamanganga, who was a very central pillar in your ministry, and even when you were in Nakuru. So though it's not really the story we would want really to listen to, could you share with us how life has been for you now without Mamanganga in...
well, let me tell you frankly, life is very difficult. You see now, this home is now like empty. My children, who are called children, are not here. They are overseas.
Yes. So you spent some time in the U.S. after you retired. What was your experience during
Well,
the
the
time
thing
you went
is,
to the U.S.?
something interesting. I needed a letter of introduction on my safari. Jesse was not there. Rokenya was not there. Who else could give me any letter? Nobody. I just took my kipande and my Bible and handbook. I got the plane. I arrived there. I told my people, that is my children, you'll do me some good if you take me to the churches where you have Presbyterian church. I was given a driver and a car. I was given to the office of the clerk.
Of the General Presbyter.
Of the General Assembly. I found a lady there. On arrival, when she heard that I come from Kenya, it was a miracle to her.
Yeah.
She told me, let me take you to Professor Mbidi. You greet him. I was taking to Mbidi. He grew wild. You have come, after all. There was a lady teacher, Mzungu, who had adopted a Maasai girl from Kajiado. She was called to come and find your person from Nairobi. He'll tell you many things. I also felt very happy. Then I was taken to the class, a class with 30 young men and women. Interesting enough, I found that when you are teaching there, of course you have the screen. You have Mahandishi there and here, and you have them there. You can coordinate.
Yes.
They would like to know why is Nairobi invaded by hooligans? You have children who are very unruly. They were interested in hearing what happened in Nairobi. At the same time, I was taken to the house where Dr. Joya stayed.
Okay.
That school
so
called Ratigas.
Princeton.
Ratigas. Ratigas.
Okay.
Ratigas. His house was outside the gate. It was just a visit. All these people took interest in me.
I know.
They said, from today, we are going to give you some work, 1 hour a day, 3 p.m. And you know what? To them, 1 hour means a lot of money.
Yes. No.
You bring this man to the presbytery when it meets on a such date. I was taken to the presbytery. They felt very happy. They told me, you stand up. Tell us, where do you live when you are here? I told them where I am living. I was told, the minister behind you is your minister from now on.
Okay.
You are now employed. Go ahead, go. But unlike what you have in Kenya, when you are in school, when you are at home, you can print your material, send by email to the clerk. On Saturday morning, you come and take your basha with all the lessons. You go together. You go this room, I felt very happy.
Okay.
I felt very happy.
That was a good experience. So now, having served the church as one as a tent maker, second as a full-time minister, and now as a senior minister in terms of the fact that you are retired and with a lot of experience, can you take a minute and advise the active ministers in terms of preparation and in terms of serving God and...
Honestly, it is good to prepare. It calls for prayers
Yes.
to prepare. And God is going to Mungu ti Muhindi, si Muhindi. No, he's not an Asian. He's a God of Abraham.
Yes.
He can always answer your prayers. And he will give you because he's a giver. I would advise my fellow ministers, if you prepare, try to copy Jesse Kamau.
Okay.
It is always good to think, then to pray, to ask God to show you the way. A way that you cannot be shown by anybody. A way that is calling for your willingness to become what you are.
Yes. Maybe out of curiosity, let me just ask you this question. How old are you today?
For me, 84.
84. Okay.
Yes.
It's good to know that. Because,
84.
yes. So thank you so much, Reverend Gitiha, for your time and for sharing with us. The viewers are usually very much interested in the stories of the retired ministers and the experiences that they have gone through. And those of us that are yet to retire, we get to learn a lot from you. So thank you for sharing your experience. Thank you for giving us all those ideas and helping us to prepare for life after retirement. Viewers, thank you for listening to the story. And as we had a conversation with Reverend Joshua Nganga, see you in the next episode of The Regents. May the Lord bless you. And please remember to subscribe. God bless you.